What is up, bros? Josh here. In today's video, we are going over a monster game we had in the Yamato during a ranked battle. And if you guys didn't know, ranked battles are among us. And if you guys missed my video over the best recommendations for class by class, you can check that out. I'll put a link down below. If you haven't quite jumped in, you want a bit of some advice going into the tier 10 session and part of ranked to see what will kind of help you get rank 1 a little bit easier. But we are kind of playing rank 1, and I'm using this season for getting some legendary modules. I think ranked, I think that's the biggest upside about this ranked season, is giving you a better chance, or giving you an out to, or another way, I guess, to kind of grind some of the legendary modules for the tier 10s. And so one of the ones I wanted to start with is the Yamato. And this is a ship I do enjoy. I don't play that often. I play the Montana more of it in random battles, but I think the Yamato is extremely strong when it comes to ranked battles, clan battles, stuff like that, just of its ability to go against cruisers. And you will definitely see it this game, of just the ability of these guns. But right now I have this ship totally spec out. We were doing part of the legendary modules, which was earn 8 million credits. So you will see, especially at the end, how many credits we end up running, or end up getting. And we're running full credit. You can see all the flags. We have the Wyvern flag and all the extra Zulu and the game's con camo. So this thing is completely decked out for credits and some extra XP and stuff like that. So pretty monstrous of a game. But this ship is, I tend to play the Montana, but this thing is so good, and this is still in the earlier rank. I think we were rank 11 or something like that with this, and this is our first session in ranked. And I tend not to play battleships, tend to be a destroyer main or a cruiser main, but boy, when the motto is just on, it is on. Nice little 18k salvo. I think we went 3 or 4 games in a row where we got a Citadel on our first salvo, so it's amazing. And actually, I love seeing DMs when I'm playing the Yamato, just because of even if they're bow in, the Yamato just doesn't care about their armor and just can absolutely obliterate them. So what I like to do, as you can see right here, is we kind of had our stealthy DD go towards B cap. Usually have them going towards A cap, but in the end, it doesn't really quite matter because of how hard they're pushing. Probably if our destroyer would have gone that way, we would have probably died in the end. So I guess it's better he didn't go this way. But a nice quick kill, 2 salvos, 2 citadels, 40k damage, no big deal. 1 cruiser down, and time to keep working. So what I like to do on this map a lot is the islands right here on CCAP, as you can see them right here. I tend to call them camping islands, DD islands. There's a couple of maps that have actual, and luckily I think we get a decent salvo on this guy. We misjudged that one, but I think he stays there for another one. They were just tossing up broadsides to me. I love it, and it's gonna be hard to find a ship that really punishes broadsides more than the Yamato. And sorry about the replay. It is a little bit you know, I guess kind of a little bit weird with the replay system and using the spotter plane going in and out. I think it's just a little bit delayed on the transitions, but looking some pretty decent salvos, and I think we get a little bit robbed here. I think we snag them once with them. Yeah, we're hitting hard. We're hitting hard. What, we have 5 salvos, 3 citadels, over 65k damage already. Not too bad. Not too bad. We will definitely take that. But what I like to do is, with these 2 islands over here, DDs versus DDs, and we have a Kaba, so he's not really that, but these DDs are kind of like the camp island. And with those kind of set up there, what they like to do is kind of get right up against it. So what I like to do is get to the side. So normally, really unlucky there for, I think we're a bit too far ahead. But what I like to do is I like to get into this area or get into this area, depending on if I spawn north or south. And from there, you can actually get a good angle on those destroyers if you do end up getting like a spotter plane or in range. In clan battles, we used to run a lot with the Hindi with spotter plane. I mean, there's the gearing right there, so we're going to get an actually decent little salvo on him. But even if he's up against that island, you can get a really good spot against him. And we're waiting for a nice little angle on this gearing. They have double gearing. We had Kaba gearing, they had double gearing, so we basically have an extra cruiser, they have an extra destroyer. And this should be a nice little salvo on him as well. We were just rolling 10k on the DD. Man, we'll take that all day long. That DM's real lucky he backed up just in time. But we put some nice damage in against that destroyer. And we're going to start getting a little aggressive here. We have a massive health advantage. Our gearing can get aggressive if he wants to, and we're going to keep pushing up. But I like to get those cross shots, and that's what I'm really trying to do. Also, I'm shooting dark because of where that Mosca is, so I need to be a little bit careful. We know that the DD, we'll end up seeing it, but there's a smoke in this channel right now, and the Mosca's here. So I'm kind of safe. I have a couple cruisers off to my left so they can defend me, so I just want to get shots, and their Monty is a bit off. Although I am broadside to the Monty, I can start angling a little bit away and start getting some more guns on these cruisers. But yeah, again, what I like to do on this map, especially in ranked and in clan battles, is get those good cross shots. Because you know the DD is going to go there, especially if they have an advantage. Not only did they have a stealthy DD advantage, they had a radar advantage, so they would definitely send a destroyer there because he's just being protected. So right now, since I am dark, I'm not really shooting. There's no real reason to. Yeah, we can put some damage in on this guy, but as you see, I was kind of waiting for him to give me a little bit more of a broadside, but we might as well throw it out. And again, we're shooting dark just because of where their ships are. But man, we were just slaying this game, and I probably won't play the Yamato all season. I think this is a good way. I'm one of the weird ones. I think ranked battle is actually pretty fun. I think it's a fun game mode, and I feel like this is a fun way to really start working on getting a lot of the legendary modules, because from there you can really start to, like, as you see, I'm communicating with the DD, who I thought would gun him down, but he ended up hitting him with a torp, so it's always cool. This is a fun way, a different way to really start grinding those modules, those legendary modules, because you can get through these really quick. The current one we were on was get 8 million credits, which isn't nothing for sure. It's going to take you a bit of a while, but if you get a good game like this, you can get through it extremely fast. So not bad. We killed one of the radar ships, we killed a DD, and we lost one ship so far, but I think we're gonna start working on this guy a little bit and start bumping him down. I'm at a really good Yamato angle right here. He's not really gonna be able to do too much, and we're gonna start blasting him. So there's the first salvo, nice little 33k salvo, and again, we're just kind of holding and trying to find what we can. The rest of their team they got a Moscow down there, a DM, a Zhao, both of them pretty low. We'll take one right in the nose here, not that big of a deal, but still, we're just really hitting hard. And we just lost our Stalingrad, so that's kind of a bummer. But again, we're up big on health, and I want to kind of get going forward now. I'm waiting to see what ends up happening with this Monty, because we don't really have a spot on him yet. So I think I throw up a spotter plane here. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. So we'll actually spot this Yamato and get an angle on him. And broadside Yamato against a broadside Montana versus Yamato, and getting god tier accuracy. We're gonna turn away. That's gonna be a smacking right there. So there's a nice, in 2 salvos, what is that, 90k damage, 80k damage, whatever it was. We will definitely take that. I think we ended up doing like 90-some thousand to just that Montana alone. So we're hitting extremely hard. We are down though, but we are starting to get it back. And what we can kind of do is, if I could just get a couple more good hits, all I need is spots on these guys. And like this DM backing up, he's trying to get a little aggressive, trying to do what he can. So we'll just throw that right on that armor belt, right on the low side, and he'll actually back up just enough. And we get lucky, boop, down he goes. And I was trying to get sneaky and get a nice double strike here. We don't quite get it. It would have been a little bit more accurate, a little bit north-south on that dispersion, but we do get really close. Man, one more shell hit probably would have killed him there too. But what we can do is we'll just unlock it for our guys, and they can go that way. And then we'll push right on this cap. There's nothing these guys can really do. And the Yamato, just the presence in it, it was just enough to get this win. So we'll push down to the south side, and it just kind of shows just how hard this ship can do. This game, people in chat, we got the high caliber, no big deal, and really the team played pretty well. They just gave me time. Really, if you give a good battleship, I'm not trying to say I'm a good battleship or anything, but if you give a battleship that was in, I would think I was in a pretty good spot compared to their Monty. I had a lot of cross salvos. We looked at the map, where everyone was, had some good map awareness, and you give a battleship in a good position just enough time, which my team thankfully did. What that battleship can do is just absolutely punish. So 8 citadels, almost 200,000 damage already, and basically we're just going to push right into these guys. I have an insanely strong torp belt. I don't really care. This Moscow isn't focusing on me, so I don't really care about him. We're going to push on. They're going to go cap A cap. There's nothing they can do. It's just inevitable that we are going to win. And so you get to see some Bowen Moscow time as I try to figure out where he is and just barely knock him down over and over and over. And we're just going to keep kind of bowing against this gearing. Obviously, he's going to launch torps on me. It's no big deal. We'll keep the secondaries on him. And I think we put 1 salvo into him, because what I was trying to do here, even though I had AP loaded, was 1, if he turns away, we can get those full pens on these, and we're going to try to just knock out those torp tubes. As you can see, they're right on the torp tube, right on the torp launcher. So we're going to try to do that. Take one right there. Always pray for no floods, but nothing you can really do. And so we'll just keep straight into this guy. We'll angle into him a little bit, turn a little bit to our right. And I didn't want to force the repair and get stuck, so we're going to let the flood out for just a tad. Repair right before it hits. Get the repair going, repair the flood, and we'll just keep on rolling. So nothing these guys can do with the Yamato. Almost full health. Yeah, I do have the repair down, but the Moskva's down now. The Skiing is not going to chunk 70k off of me. There's just no way. Even if he gets you'd have to get a full squad, a full set of torps with the Minotaur not being able to spot him. I'm just not even shooting, so I'm going to go dark here. He won't even know exactly where I was, and that'll be the gist of it. And with me just angling into him, there's just no way he'll actually get enough damage on me. Yeah, he'll get a flood for 40-some seconds, no big deal. We'll be able to repair most of it. And the Yamato's torp belt, of course, is just insane. So we even have behind us, we have a Zhao coming. We have the Kaba and the Gearing and the Minnows right behind me, so no big deal. And so I thought he might curl away. And so one thing we're looking right now, we obviously know he's out of the cap, so that means that he's going to be a bit off to the left. As you can see, I start to turn a little bit to my left right there, and there's the salvo there. And we are going to then start getting the turrets, the slow Yamato turrets. And there he is right there. Yamato starting to work him down. And we'll start to get in the guns out. He's probably waiting for his torps to get off, maybe try to save his star. And turns away. Easy peasy for a battleship. Down there goes. So, man, this is a pretty insane game. We did it live on stream, so that was always cool too. 1.3 million credits, 222,000 damage, 8 citadels, 3 kills, not too bad in a 7-player game. Confederate high caliber, and just 8,000 XP. I thought one thing that was crazy was the base XP was extremely high. Like insane. You don't really get the 3,000 plus base XPs that often, so that was always really cool. And so that was always fun. You get to see how much damage we did against that Montana, and we were just hitting so hard. So a good battleship, really in the right position, can be super effective. It just puts a lot of pressure not only on the team itself, but can be very effective at just taking out those cruisers who are in kind of those stagnant spots. So it's been a lot of fun playing the Yamato. We'll play it for a little bit more this season. Probably switch off to another ship and start working on that legendary module. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys are using this season and what you have found to be the most success with, like ship per ship. So if you're liking the Worcester, if you're liking a DD, let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to see what everyone is playing this season. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. An insane ranked game with the Yamato. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.